Some of you were not discarded by the narcissist. You were unwillingly released. You were released because you started to value yourself again. You started to improve your life. You started to recognize your purpose, and you were taking steps to live that purpose. You were realigning with who you are and reconnecting with God. And you also recognize that the relationship, the addictionship, was not going to prosper. You recognize that it wasn't feeding you and that it was never going to change. And so you started to live your life. You started to find value in things outside of that relationship. And when the narcissist saw that they were losing their control over you and that their old tricks and their old tactics didn't work on you, you were starving them of their supply because they got supply out of all your reactions. When they would bait you and you would take the bait and you would respond, when they would triangulate against you, alienate against you, when they would stonewall you, all of those tactics that they use, you got wise to it and you stopped responding. You stopped taking the bait. You stopped giving them those emotional reactions that you were in the habit of giving them in the past, because you knew that no amount of arguing, no amount of justifying yourself, explaining yourself, no amount of effort on your part was going to change this individual. It wasn't going to change the state of the relationship. And so you weren't allowing them to control you and manipulate you in the way that they were able to in the past. And because of that, you were starving them of that emotional supply, that toxic supply. You were seeing them more clearly. You were calling them out on the things that they were doing wrong. You were starting to connect the dots and see the patterns, and they could feel their hold on you getting weaker and weaker. And when they felt that, it terrified them because they are cowards. Narcissists are inwardly cowards who put out this image, this facade of having everything together. They put out this facade of being in control and collected when they really aren't. They're terrified children who are trying to control other people in order to feel better about themselves. They try to beat you down to feel better about themselves. And when they saw that the old tricks and tactics weren't working anymore, they weren't working on you, they knew that they had to release you, because it was never about you. It was never about your qualities and characteristics as a person. It wasn't about that. It was about their ability to control you. It was about their ability to control the resources that you gave them and to take advantage of that and to leech off of that. And so they knew that those tactics didn't work anymore, and they were unwillingly forced to release you. It wasn't a discard. Watch your language. Language is powerful. You weren't discarded. You were unwillingly released.